Throughout human history, technology has been part of the foundation on which we have constructed our values and societies. Whether it be the invention of the wheel 6,000 years ago, gunpowder in the 9th century, or the nanotechnology of today. Technology determines how wars are fought, how our cultures develop and interact, how industry develops, as well as how successful we have been at eradicating diseases. Its importance in shaping our world and future cannot be ignored, and as such, the need to understand how technology develops, as well as how impactful a new technology can be, is vital for anyone looking to benefit from its arrival. Investors, however, are often lured in by the appeal of disruptive tech as a measuring stick in which to assess the innovation and therefore profitability of companies. It is important to recognize that there are in fact 3 categories of technology which loosely exist, of which investors need to be aware. Being aware of and understanding these categories will better equip you to assess the tech scene more comprehensively and therefore the investment opportunities more thoroughly. The first category consists of Facilitative Technologies. These are breakthrough technologies that allow existing industries to expand and flourish, while at the same time paving the way for new technologies and industries which can be built off the back of the original facilitative technology. In this category, we have examples like the internet and 5G, which are considered a third and fourth wave of the Industrial Revolution. The pill, in fact, is another example of a facilitative technology. Albeit not created specifically for business purposes, the advent of birth control changed the entire structure of society on a global level. As a second-order effect, gender relations were challenged and workplace opportunities increased. This allowed for a rise in female education and higher net household incomes. For example, the number of US women in management or professional occupations rose from 19.9% in 1970 to 51% in 2011. In the second category, we have progressive technologies. Much like the name suggests, these technologies are the result of incremental improvements to an existing technology. This may consist of making the original technology more useful, impactful, or just cheaper, therefore facilitating increased mass production and implementation. These innovative technologies happen every day, and over a long enough time period have a distinguishable impact on the company's products and services, as well as its sector and society as a whole. In this category, we find companies like Tesla, who have made electric vehicles cheaper and more durable through incremental improvements to various automotive aspects, such as the car's battery pack.
620-mile range, that's a 1,000-kilometer range. This will be the first time an electric vehicle breaks 1,000 kilometers. A production electric vehicle will travel more than 1,000 kilometers in a single charge at highway speed.
Moreover, improvements in medtech can be attributable to progressive technologies. In the third category, we have disruptive technologies. These are the technologies or companies which alter existing or create new business models. They are arguably the true disruptors, causing a structural change to the industry and forcing the status quo to adapt, as what they are bringing to the industry is perceived as better by the end consumer. Examples in this category include Uber and Airbnb. With that said, it's worth pointing out that few technological innovations are disruptive, nor do they need to be in order to be effective, and when surveying the global landscape of innovation, very little is actually as a result of disruptive technologies. The majority of investment opportunities available come from innovative technologies, and some, like 5G and the internet, mark a new era for business and industry, but catching a wave like this is rare and uncertain. In the military and defense world, disruptive technology takes on a slightly different meaning. That's to say that a disruptive technology is one that gives a strategic advantage to the nation developing and deploying it. This tends to lead to an arms race, whereby all competing nations aim to develop a more advanced version of the original disruptive technology. These subsequent versions will be placed under the progressive technology category. Examples of these technologies in the area of defense include nuclear weapons, space weaponry, and hypersonic missile delivery vehicles. So, what should investors be looking out for when investing in disruptive technology?
Here are some questions that are worth considering further. Is technology outpacing the applicability of regulation, policy, and laws? What more do I need to know about the 3 types of technologies before I invest? How can I evaluate in which categories my current technology investments are in? I'm a technology company. How can I pitch my innovation to investors using the 3 categories? What are the geo-economic implications of disruptive technology in the context of defense tech? What potential does a specific technology have in various markets and countries? How should global and national regulators be thinking about tech regulation and innovation? How do I assess and evaluate the potential of an innovation for investment? What potential societal impacts are there for different types of innovations? What potential geopolitical impacts are there for different types of innovations?